All right, folks, today's DIY project, we are going to be scraping the popcorn ceiling. It's a very simple method if you have the right tools, but I will pre-warn you first and foremost about asbestos. Precaution, do your research. This home was built in 1992, so there is no asbestos in the popcorn ceiling. Asbestos is absolutely terrible for your lungs. You do not want to breathe it in. So do your research and hire a professional if you have an older home. I believe it's under 1980, but do not quote me on that, so please do your research before you start scraping popcorn ceiling because of asbestos in the popcorn ceiling in older homes. So with that said, this is a remodel, so I purposely have barely any furniture in here, just my mattress on the floor, living out of a suitcase. I purchased this home with the full intention of doing a full gut remodel, so make sure you're subscribed for those videos. It's a 10-acre ranch with a farmhouse that I will be remodeling with an amazing shop that I'm going to transform into a work studio / gym / workshop. With that said, you have a couple different options in this particular spot. If you're like me and you don't really care about your carpet, or if you're going to rip up your old flooring, then I would just lay some tarps down for easy cleanup. Plastic. If you have a room that is already furnished, then what you want to do is you want a painter's tape with plastic. They sell ones. I'll try to link it in the description box right below, where the masking tape is already attached to the plastic, and you stream it all the way around your trim, dropping all the plastic down, and then get some plastic for your flooring, plastic over your bed, etc. You'll need a small ladder as well. This ceiling is probably 8 feet, and so I'm going to use a small step ladder. So once again, I'm just going to move my mattress out of here. I'm going to lay some tarps on the floor. I don't really care about the walls because it's old wallpaper. I have some holes in the walls I need to redo as well. The same method as I'm going to be doing for the ceiling is also for the walls. Check out that video if you want to remove wallpaper in a very easy manner as well. Second thing you want to do is if you have recessed lights, you want to go ahead and tape those off. And if the popcorn is right up against the butt of the recessed light, you probably want to drop the recessed light down and turn off the power to this room here. We will be getting the ceiling damp, but not soaked, and so you do not want water and electricity mixing together. And so I'm gonna cut the power to this room. I'm gonna drop down that light. That light actually needs to go anyway because I'm gonna be putting recessed lights in this room. But again, we're doing it safely with precaution. So again, cut the power, plastic wrap it off so no moisture gets into your wires. And now let's proceed. All right, let's look at the tools we're gonna use today. Again, plastic is gonna be cheaper than tarps, but since I, again, am gonna be ripping up the carpet, putting down vinyl flooring, we're gonna use tarps to catch it. And I have a large dumpster on my property, so I'm gonna go ahead and shake it out and of course reuse these. Next up, we have a small ladder. Again, only about an 8-foot ceiling or so. So a couple step ladder is gonna do just fine. And then coming over here, you don't need all these. I'm probably only gonna use 1 or 2 of them, but I found a couple different sizes. This one is about 1 foot. You also have kind of a small one for probably around the light fixture. And then just in case if this is too dull, this one is about 10.5 inches or so. If you could try to find one even bigger than a 12-inch, like a 16 inch, that would work even better, especially if you have a lot to do. It just scrapes it just beautifully. And we don't want one on a long pole. I want to be able to get nice and close because we're going to be scraping at a slight angle like this, not like this, and not too fine, but just right around there. So we're gonna scrape. Of course, we'll be showing you that. Okay, and I just grabbed some random tape and some packaging tape, and we'll probably just put a grocery bag over that light fixture when I bring it down. And then of course you don't have to get all fancy, but I already had it. I would use a dust mask for sure, even though the watering system is going to lower the dust very significantly. Also open up your window, and I have a puppy in the house. I'm going to put her out of the room, of course. And so just your regular N95, you guys obviously know these from the whole pandemic, but just for over the top purposes, I'll probably be using that. Like so here, and then of course as I'm finishing up over on that side, I'll just scoot it over a little bit over there on that side. Got my window open. I used a single plastic bag taped around the light fixture here and then tied up another heavy duty grocery bag, reusable one around that, just for another added layer of moisture protection. All right, and now for the water, we're actually going to be using hot water. Not boiling hot, obviously, but where I could just put my hand in there and it'd feel like a nice hot bath. And then we also added a few drops of dish soap. Why not? soften up the popcorn a little bit. Some other people have said that they've actually used just a little bit of fabric softener also, which would give you a little softer popcorn and would smell good. Now, if you don't have an airless tank sprayer, use a garden sprayer. I think I picked this up for about 11 bucks at Home Depot or so. I'll also link it in the description box below. Obviously, it doesn't look like this. I've turned this into a DIY brake bleeder. So instead of this end right here, there would be like a long plastic hose. You pump it and you're gonna spray it up on the popcorn ceiling, just like the airless sprayer. This right here is a great way to tell if you've covered the area or not. As you can see, one side gets darker as one side is lighter. The right obviously darker and the left is lighter. Again, I'm covering this, but not over soaking it. No drops are accumulating coming down off the popcorn ceiling. All right, and you're gonna know you're completed when it's just like paint, as it is, again, damp. That's not wet. There's no drips coming off of it, so don't over soak it. So no matter if you're using a pump sprayer, just do nice, even smoothness. Now, just again, like paint, it's gonna be all one color. If one color looks a little bit more white, then that's a portion of it where you didn't get it thoroughly enough, and then go back over it once again. I don't know if you can see just a tiny bit, maybe right through there. I did forget, I do need to pull off this tacky crown molding, or trim, I should say. It's not really even crown molding, but my scraper will be able to get through it, and I didn't feel like doing a quick job and potentially putting holes in my drywall. Well, more holes than there already are. Anywho, airless paint sprayer did a great job, but again, a pump sprayer can do the same thing. We're gonna give that a few minutes, at least 3 to 5 minutes. Let that soak in there real nice. We'll do a test run. If it's too dry, we're gonna do it all over again and then wait another 3 to 5 minutes. I would wear eye protection as well. The mist, and if you have any nasty dust, it's gonna get in your eyes. I just put on your dust mask as well. Now, if this was painted, it'd be a little bit harder to scrape off, but the same method applies. All right, now the second method is if you have really hard painted ceilings and it's just not coming off as easy as mine particularly did. And you've probably seen some other videos already. They're just scraping it off. It's falling off like cotton candy. Then what you want to do is pick up some white distilled vinegar. I got this at Costco. I'll also link it in the description box below. Grab yourself a spray bottle, mix it 50-50 hot water and the vinegar. Spray it on there, let it sit for a few minutes, and that should definitely help you with painted popcorn ceiling removal. The vinegar will soak in it for easy removal. We're gonna be right back to the video, but I wanna thank today's sponsor, which is Manscaped. They've come out with amazing new products, and of course, their brand new Lawnmower 4.0 Performance Package comes with a set of boxers that I highly recommend you pick up more of these. I wear these pretty much every day until I'm out, then I gotta throw them back in the washing machine. Super comfortable, great for training. The Lawnmower 4.0 Performance Package also comes with your ears and nose trimmer. All your other goodies as we can see here. And of course your Lawnmower 4.0 with LED light and ceramic blade. Waterproof, so you can use it in the shower. I have full tutorial videos on this channel, and we'll link that below as well. They also have their brand new straight razor and body wash. These are just a few of the new products I've gotten my hands on. If you want to see their full lineup and get 20% off your entire order, no matter what you order, 20% off with free shipping, use my direct link below. It's going to take you straight to the website. The code will be automatically applied for you. Get whatever you want, as little or as much as you want, 20% off and free shipping. Enjoy your products, guys. They're great products. I highly recommend them. So head below after the video is done. All right, here, guys, you can see me do a test scrape. Let me raise the camera up here. That's not giving me a clean line. It's still way too ridgy. So we need to go ahead and spray this popcorn ceiling down one more time with water. All right, I'm gonna drop in here for just a second here. I wanna show you one possible solution to save you a lot of time. Okay, as you saw earlier, I'm doing one bypass and it's taking a lot of the popcorn off. I mean, pretty much all the major chunks. See, as you can see there where I stop? But look at like the under, it has this kind of like orange peel texture to it. And this is taking a lot more time scraping it smoother than other videos that I'm watching and other people's research that I'm doing. So I don't know if they sprayed some sort of texture and then the homeowner then put popcorn on, or that's what the manufacturer did, but it is definitely, I'm trying soaking it more, I'm trying right away, I'm trying waiting a little bit, I'm trying different sharper paint scrapers. And just another little tip for you here, use like a small one only in the edges. This is too sharp and it's actually putting gouges in my roof, as we can see right there. So here's the skinny here, right? Obviously I'd want it a little bit smoother than this, but the texture doesn't look that bad if you painted it white. See how there's a little bit of texture and then it's just nasty popcorn. So coming back around here, you can see I scraped that a little bit smoother, but that, I mean, took many scrapes. And that still has a little bit of orange peel texture to it. So I have two different options. I can scrape it down to about that, or I can leave it a little bit more like that with a little bit of texture, but obviously not popcorn. But I think what I'm gonna do is probably scrape it down as smooth as I can and then put a skim coat on it, sand it if I wanna go smooth. If I want a little bit of a texture to it, that's not all bad either. All right, it's not perfect, but I like the way it turned out. I do have some nicks and cuts in the drywall. And so what we wanna do now is we wanna skim coat it. I will save that for another video, but you wanna do a skim coat and then you wanna sand some high spots and do another skim coat for about 2 skim coats. If the first one turns out really well, then keep it. You could do a little orange peel texture in it as well. Stay tuned for that video. But if you want to take it to the next level and even skip this, if you do one pass by and you have a hard time even with the multi-methods that I have showed you in the video, then what you can do is you can skim coat instead over the top of the popcorn ceiling. Do 2 coats, especially if you have asbestos in an older home. That is a way of preventing the asbestos dust getting everywhere or hiring a very expensive crew. Again, skim coating over the top of the popcorn. Because this living room is so massive and there's so much popcorn here, I'm gonna try a little bit. If it comes off just as hard with elbow grease, I'm probably gonna skim coat over the remainder of the house. I don't know what they did to that ceiling, but skim coating over the popcorn might turn out a little bit easier. And so if you guys are unsure of what skim coating is, they sell a pre-mixed at Home Depot, which just makes it a little bit easier instead of mixing up with water and stuff like that. It's not too hard, but I think I'm gonna go with the pre-mixed one. It's very inexpensive. I think under 15 bucks for a 4.5 gallon jug, and comes with the jug and a lid as well for other projects. So I think I'm gonna go with that. So again, stay tuned for that video, but you're just gonna literally put a skim coat of drywall mud over the top of it, smooth it out. It's gonna look really nice. You do the same method for your drywall lines after you put on the drywall tape, or I should say mud the drywall line, put on the tape, and then mud over it. I want to thank Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because we are doing a full 10-acre ranch remodel. This is just the master bedroom. Popcorn ceiling, of course, is right above me. We have fresh insulation right here behind me. We're gonna be plugging some drywall holes. We're gonna show you the works. We're doing a full master bathroom model behind me. So hit that thumbs up button on your way out, subscribe, and also turn on your bell notifications right below the video so that anytime I upload a new video, you guys will be first to know. You have a great day. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.